Incompetence is nicht nur schlecht, vor die termingerichte Erledigung von Aufgaben, sondern kann auch tödliche Folgen haben. Incompetence is not only bad for the timely completion of work, but can have deadly consequences. Stick with me. I will explain. So now take a look at this. This is something that happened in Mont Hartman. Again, this is very interesting. After all that I have said about retaining walls and temporary shoring during the building of a retaining wall, just imagine, and I can't believe this.
Angel Charles, who lives in Mont Hartman, St. George, says her house is in danger. She first complained about the damage 3 months ago, but nothing has been done. Now one of the main pillars of her house has lifted out of the ground, making the home unsafe. A man who rents the property shared a scary moment. He heard a loud noise, following which he observed that a big stone had moved from under the house. He is asking the government to act quickly before the house gets worse.
I was inside and I heard a loud bang, so I ran outside to see what take place. When I reached downstairs, I saw that a big piece of mud with a big stone come down and fall in the trench. The trench what government dig out to build up retaining wall. This thing is getting worse. If we get a next shower in by later or the rest of the weekend, the next piece go fall down and the piece of house go fall down with it.
Ms. Charles wants the authorities to build a wall or put back the soil that was removed when the road was fixed. She's worried that the problem will only get more expensive if nothing is done. Other nearby residents are also worried about their homes. 3 months ago, the then Chief Technical Officer Kevin Blash said he would try to solve the problem.
Say what? He would try to solve the problem? This should not have been a problem to begin with if the correct means and methods of construction was used. Again, this is a very similar situation on a much smaller scale as what happened in Cloget. You cannot build a retaining wall without temporarily shoring the embankment. And this is the exact same situation with this job. So now I understand, because this was 3 months ago. So it means that there is a problem with supervision or understanding of building earth retaining structures, because this is fundamental construction 101 and this is fundamental supervision. So if you go to a site and you see someone is building a retaining wall without temporary shoring, then that's a problem. You should flag that job. And I understand the contractor, whoever is doing this job, obviously does not have much experience, because any contractor that does a job like this would understand that if you're cutting an embankment, especially an embankment that has a house on top of it, that you have to underpin or temporarily show the side of that embankment. But again, where's the supervision? I mean, just looking at the situation, you don't even have to apply engineering knowledge, okay? You can just look at this situation, and common sense should dictate that if you're cutting the side of an embankment where a house is on top of, guess what? You should temporarily show that embankment. And when this was brought to the attention of these guys in the ministry or the CTO, guess what? He says, oh, we'll do something about it. That, my friends, is an emergent situation, because when soil fails, again, it does not fail vertically, okay? It fails at a 45-degree angle, which means that that soil will be failing halfway under the house. So that property is in danger, serious danger. I mean, look what happened in Cloget. So I felt like I wasted my energy talking about all this stuff about Cloget. Well, at least the guys who were working on Cloget, they implemented that. But you're telling me that you were pretty much doing the same thing around the same time. Okay, this is since 3 months ago. And you couldn't make the connection? My goodness. This is not even comedic. This is not even laughable, because this is deadly serious.
The newly appointed Chief Technical Officer, Kimon Andrews, said the Ministry of Mobilization and Transformation is responsible and promised to look into it. GBN has since contacted the Ministry of Mobilization and Transformation directly and was told that the ministry is unable to provide a statement at this time.
Say what, Mr. Andrews? You're gonna look into it? Do you realize how critical that situation is? Look into it. Man, you should have had a team out there immediately temporarily shoring or underpinning that house. Immediately. I mean, it makes me very concerned about the gentleman before who didn't take care of it, and now you saying you're going to look into it. This is an emergent situation. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to break it to you, but if competent people don't do this stuff, guess what? People are going to get hurt. God forbid. Slope and earth movements are not things to play with. The worst case scenario, these people are inside their house sleeping at night and half of it collapses. So it's no mystery about that disaster that happened at Clogier. Because if this other cut was after Clogier, you didn't learn your lesson from all that I said about Clogier and temporary shoring. So if this started 3 months ago, okay, I don't know if it coincided with what was happening at Clogier. I can't really check the timeline right now. But if it happened after, it means that you didn't learn anything from Clogier. And if it happened while Clogier was going on, you still didn't learn anything. This is crazy. This is really crazy. For the safety and security of Grenadians, I hope these things change. It makes me really, really wonder here about levels of competence in the upper echelons of that ministry.
Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
Thank you, Ms. McIntosh, and the team at GBN for bringing this to our attention. So hopefully, going forward, I'm going to say it again. Anytime you're making a cut on an embankment and you're building a retaining wall, the retaining wall only functions to hold back the slope when it's installed and finished in its final condition. Prior to that, the embankment has to be temporarily supported. Capiche?